My name is Claire. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, aka seventh.star.mystic. I am going to be doing today something a little bit different. As you can see, my setup is a little bit different. I hope this video finds you all well. I haven't done a collective reading in a while. 2020 has been a really crazy year so far, and I feel like a lot of you can relate to that. So I hope you understand, but I'm very excited, and I felt extremely motivated to do a reading today. And what I'm actually going to be doing is a masculine feminine reading. We were born into a binary reality, which means that even though there are spectrums that exist, there's always an edge to each spectrum. There's always a limit from one side to the other, no matter which axis you look at. Even if you're looking at a sphere, there's always 2 points that are completely opposite, right? So masculine and feminine are qualities within each human that represent different things for different people. And today we're going to be exploring these both in ourselves as well as in our relationships, especially if you are in a significant relationship with somebody who is a masculine or feminine to you. The reason we do this is because it strengthens us. That's what the binaries do. It creates a sense of gravity. It's kinetic and magnetic as well. I have my coffee here with me, so enjoy a cup of coffee with me if you have some, or whatever it is you are enjoying right now, even if you're just at work. I'm going to get into it by starting off with an animal spirit card for each of the masculine and feminine. This is the Animal Spirit deck by Kim Kranz. And then we'll get right into the reading using my Serpent-Fire Tarot. I'm really excited. Masculine can represent things that are outward, things that are projected, things that are really forward moving and outward moving. And feminine can represent inward moving, more receptive energies. We all have both, and whether you feel you have a balance of both or more of one or the other. I connect to a spiritual team to help me do my readings because there is a lot more wisdom and clarity to be had when I do this. So I'm going to now draw a card for the Divine Feminine, a spirit card, an animal card for the Divine Feminine. Awesome. There's two. So the first card we have is Dragonfly. Master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. So here we're looking at a quality of mind that may be challenging us to realize what is truth versus what is deception. This is going to be an interesting theme to touch on. There's one more card I wanted to read for the Divine Feminine because it came out. And remember, like I said, these are receptive energies. These are energies where we are exploring our insides, our guts, our feelings, our intuitions and emotions, okay? This is just traditionally so. Like I said, everybody has that. Everybody has the ability to touch into that. And the feminine should never, ever be robbed of what is hers, ever. So that is what she has. It is rightfully hers. Let's continue. The snake, guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that the Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from its slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. So here, the animal energies for the divine feminine today are talking about touching in to your intuition. The voice inside of you that tells you things right off the bat. The voice inside that maybe speaks quieter than some of the other voices, but it holds more wisdom. And when you ignore it, that's fine, but it weakens you. It weakens your ability to make decisions from a higher place, from a place where you could be really owning your world versus just going along with whatever's easiest. Path of least resistance is definitely ideal. However, you should not let anything lead you astray from what you believe and from what feels right to you. Now I'm going to draw some cards for the divine masculine. So this is our more assertive, everybody can be assertive, masculine or feminine. It's just asserting out in the world. So the masculine also got 2, which I think is really cute because the feminine got 2, the masculine got 2. I didn't expect that. Here we go. First card for the masculine is going to be the bee. Earnest, hardworking, democratic. The bee personality is a delight to be around, especially when there's a team project on the horizon. Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. They are sensitive creatures, aware of many subtleties at once. Since they're artists at heart, they usually add creative details to the overall vision. For the most part, they have bustling, joyous personalities until they're too tired from all the work. Then they gripe and then sting. So masculine, what we're looking at here is working on something as a part of a team and exerting your creative dynamic through a project or something that you're focusing on with other people. This could be work, this could be anything, but this is how you are exerting your power into the world versus into yourself, right? And that's awesome. That's really cool, and I love that card, especially for the masculine right now, especially in springtime. That is such a vibe, such a vibe. Make sure you're resting enough, though. Make sure you get enough rest, because if you don't, you'll just get burnt out and you won't even be able to function as well as you could if you were at your best. So that's a message for the masculine or the masculine parts of ourselves if you're just watching for yourself. Next card for the masculine is really, this is really, I love it. Okay, earthworm. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. What an awesome message. Masculine, you may be working on something right now, and you may feel like you're not as experienced as you would like. And I can really relate to this from my own masculine perspective of whenever I start something, I want to be good at it immediately. I want to be on it. I want to be one of the best. However, you have to work up to that sometimes, and I want you to know that where you're at right now, it's worth it. Keep working at it. Be humble. Stay humble, especially with the bee and the earthworm here. You have immense power. That doesn't mean you have to prove it constantly. So, because then that will also exhaust you. That's like sprinting when you're supposed to be running long distance. It's just not, it doesn't work. So there's that. So I'm going to get into the tarot now. Like I said, I'm using the Serpentfire Tarot by Devany Wolfe. Super awesome deck. Would recommend checking out her website. You can find it in the description box below if you're interested in getting some of these cards for yourself. Yay, I'm excited. First, I'm going to start off with the present position of the feminine collective. I'm just going to, for the sake of time, get one card. Just one card per position. Present position for the feminine. So for the feminine right now, we have the Chariot. In our animal spirit cards, we talked about really learning discernment and figuring out what is really true for us versus what is an illusion. It's just a fabrication. It makes me think of a pop-up haunted house or something. Not that it has to be haunted, but it all just comes up and it comes down just as easily. It's just a fabrication. It's just a trick of the mind versus a cathedral where it is there to stay. That is true. It is strong. It is solid. And this is about our thoughts right now. We can manifest a life for ourselves that is that strong, solid thing, no matter what happens, no matter what in our external world happens. And like I said, no matter what your gender is, this relates to a part of you. What I'm saying, everything I'm saying about masculine and feminine, you can tap into that, right? With the Chariot, this is about really preparing yourself for the journey ahead. The Chariot, it is a driving force. It is a chariot driven by horses, fueled by the power of the sun. It's extremely spiritual. And what I'm getting here is that as it's almost like a feeling that you're going forward and you're also making sure that everything is prepared for every stop of the way. Not that we can really know what's going to happen, but just having a system set in place. And I read something recently that willpower is not what makes us successful. It's the systems we set up for ourselves and the willingness and ability to stick to those systems. I'm really channeling that a lot. So the divine feminine energies are really tuning in on going forward on a path and just being extremely, extremely confident. So let's pick a card for the divine masculine at this time. Cool. So we got the Queen of Pentacles, which is cool because the Queen, I mean, look at this. The divine masculine has this earthworm and bee energy. These are both pretty like earthy, earthy cards. And then there's this Queen of Pentacles who is the queen of the earth. Right now, the divine masculine is tuning into his manifesting powers while also being able to be receptive and being able to really understand what it means to experience longevity as a part of a community, maybe a democratic system, where you're looking at the long term and you're looking, kind of how I said for the divine feminine, the solid, stable foundations that you want to build for the future. Maybe even reflecting on what hasn't been working, and which is super constructive. This Queen of Pentacles energy is also very good at being supportive. And this is like her dynamic role as a leader is to be supportive of everyone around her. She's not much into coddling necessarily. She's supportive by looking at someone and saying, what are you good at? Let's highlight your strengths. Right? So she's very practical. She's very logical. Earth is the sign of practicality and logic and of doing what is known to work and being effective and efficient, right? So the masculine part of ourself is doing this as a team of people that he can support and be supported by. So this energy is really awesome for the divine masculine essences right now. I'm loving this so far. Next, we have difficulties masculine and feminine may be facing. Let's get a card for the divine feminine. Difficulties she may be facing. Temperance. It's funny. So far for feminine, we have major arcana. Temperance. Balance. Patience. This is definitely a vibe. Temperance is the card of divine balance. It's also the card of essentially divine union. I started out this reading talking about how everything is a binary. And there's, no matter whether you're looking at a three-dimensional form, the world is made up of particles, aka points, that have an opposite place somewhere, whether it's in positive or negative space. I'm not going to get all sciencey. Okay. With that being said, temperance is the balance found between those 2 points. It's the common ground. It's the 2 sides being in a place where they are balanced. So the divine feminine may even be looking at multiple parts of herself or facets of her life and trying to figure out where everything can fit to where she feels a sense of flow and harmony, where she can go with the flow. My ears are ringing. So divine feminine collective, you're also looking at how you are feeling on the day to day and how you're feeling. This is, like I told you, intuitive. It's not, oh, this is what I'm thinking. I feel this way because of this. No, that's actually a function of logic. What I'm talking about are functions of intuition. When you are in a situation and you're feeling a certain way, and you're trying to find ways to add things in or take things out as needed to where you can feel good about what you're doing. And it's probably almost experimental, especially with this chariot, where you're getting to know your journey and what you need to go forward at a pace that is suitable to you. So let's look at the difficulties for the masculine. Okay, so here we have the 6 of Swords. Masculines, I don't know what you've been through. However, you may be having a hard time finding peace of mind and finding clarity in where you're going next. Maybe you've been through something, and I'm sure you can all relate to this in one way or another, where you've been through something where it's been really hard to get past it. And I just want you to know that you've got this. And to keep focusing on what you're working on and the teamwork that you feel the best about, and manifesting and using those powers of the earth and materializing things. Because even if it's hard for you to find this peace of mind on the day-to-day, you will be able to get there. Good news is the next card out is going to be our advice cards. So let's get an advice card for feminine. 8 of Wands. Okay, so feminine, wow. So feminine, not only her present position is the Chariot, which is extremely fast moving, her advice is 8 of Wands. So this is to move quickly, and this is what I was channeling for the feminine collective. 8 of Wands is extremely fast moving. This could be advice to go traveling, to get out, to experience the world. This could be advice to be a really quick communicator. Don't be slacking on your communications. Try to be responsive and to keep those lines of communication open. You may be talking to a lot of people about a lot of things right now. Your advice is to keep going, keep doing that. Now remember, your difficulty is the balance, so try to stay balanced and try to remember what feels right versus what feels like it maybe not is so solid, and you can do that. But your advice is to move quickly. That's basically your advice right now. And so that's why you're looking at what makes you move quickly versus what slows you down, right? And it's that balance card. So, wow, that's cool. Your advice, move quickly. Let's get some advice for the masculine collective. Justice. Whatever. So this is cool because the feminine got balance, and then you got, for your advice, the scales of justice. So this is cool because they always kind of mirror each other sometimes in one way or another. Justice. Now, you have some advice similar to the feminine. Your advice specifically is much more logical. You are having to completely, in your mind, evaluate your own scales of justice. Evaluate your moral compass. Make sure it feels aligned. Make sure your conscience is clear. So if there's something you need to say to somebody, say it. Be honest. I'm very much getting this. Be honest with yourself and with others in a way that is supportive of yourself and others. So your honesty should not be sharp. It should not be rash. It should be well thought out and intentional. With this justice card, take anything that you're dealing with and balance it, weigh it out, see how it measures up to what your goals and dreams and ambitions are, and be reasonable and realistic. Like I said, success is not measured by willpower right now. Success is measured by the systems you have set in place, how well they're working, and how easy it is for you to abide by those systems so that you can do what you need to do in a system that basically runs itself, and you just participate in this thing you set up for yourself. Super cool messages. I have one more card for each one. This is what you're being magnetized to right now. So this might be something that you feel a pull towards, or something that you're moving towards. For the feminine, Queen of Wands, standing in your power, owning your world, being a queen in your own right, whatever that means for you. Queen of Wands, she's the queen of fire, queen of passion, power. She is really good at including everyone. She's really good at being charismatic. She's really good at living an exciting life, and it's never boring. So this is what you're feeling drawn to do. This is what you're feeling magnetized to do, is owning this power within you. Like I said, owning your life. The snake card that came up earlier, and the concept of the snake being coiled at the base of your spine, is your life force. But the Queen of Wands is finding balance within your own power as you harness it. And that's a hard thing, harnessing your power without it getting out of control. I mean, think of fire, right? Harnessing fire, basically. That's super exciting. I love that so much. The masculine right now is being magnetized towards the King of Pentacles. Super cool. In the masculine's reading today, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So masculine is looking towards getting to be in a position of mastery, stability. He's being magnetized towards taking care of his own body and using his body as his source of power. That your body is your vehicle, right? So you could be masculine energies. You could be looking at health and wellness. You could be looking at empowering yourself to create systems of health so that you can feel better every day. This is also, like I said, with the earth element, logic, discipline, order. You could be looking at maybe cleaning up some kind of mess in your life right now. You could be doing I'm hearing damage control or quality control, where you're literally owning it. You have literally the King and the Queen of Pentacles here. So you are harnessing the royal element of earth. This is it's the amplified energies of the earth element, right? And this is tangible, practical. This is what you can touch, see, smell, taste, experience, right? And you're looking at this in your own world, and you're literally shifting everything that you're doing to be more efficient, effective, organized, right? Like I said, we all have masculine and feminine. So even if you're not a dude and you're hearing this masculine side, you can relate to this. And dudes, even when you're listening to this feminine side, you can relate to that too. And that is ideal. We have to appreciate both. It is essential. It is essential. I really love that reading, and I hope you loved it too. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can find the info in the description box below. I have extremely reasonable prices. I'm just getting started doing personal readings, so I love to do a reading for you. We can do a sliding scale if you're having trouble with money. Please let me know in the comments section how you liked this reading, if you related to it, and let me know if I should do more masculine and feminine readings if you liked that. I really like this and I'm planning on probably doing more of those. I hope the rest of your day is amazing. You've got this. We're going to own this world and we're going to take it and turn it into something that we can work with. So until next time, have a great rest of your day. Talk to you later.